there is a very high tendency that if drastic action is not taken, a lot of people are actually going to run out of money. Now, what is the meaning of running out of money? You say that someone has run out of money when he does not have the financial means to purchase or to make payment for goods and services. Now, except drastic measures are being taken, a lot of people in this part of our world are going to run out of money. Now, you will ask me the question, why is it like that? You will recall that presently now, in 2024, the country is experiencing high level of what? Of inflation. The central bank, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria, has actually come out with different economic policies to salvage the situation. Presently now, the interest rate, if you are going to collect money from any bank or any financial mortgage institution, you are going to pay about 24%, 24 point something percent for the loan you are going to collect. Welcome to another segment of intellectual brainstorming and academic excellence. My name's David Oni, and my YouTube channel is David Onimis. Now we're going to look at why a lot of people are actually going to run out of money in 2024. You understand now? Now, because of the high level of what of the inflationary rate in the country, a lot of people, because there is no means of what of financing their lifestyle in the society, and because a lot of them have actually dived into their savings accounts, and if at all they have a current account, and everything is what is now empty. A lot of people today, you find them what actually diving into their retirement account. Don't forget that your retirement account is the money you have actually kept aside when you are going to retire. But unfortunately, because of the high level of what of inflation in the country, a lot of people are diving or spending money out of their retirement account. Now, when you finish spending your retirement account, what do you think is going to happen? That means you are going to be left with no money, which is not supposed to be like that. So, presently now, a lot of people are experiencing financial, difficulty or hardship, and also that human needs are also what unlimited, and we have a lot of what immediate financial needs. But because a lot of people are unable to meet these immediate financial needs, they have to source for other ways to actually meet their immediate financial needs. Now, a lot of people are running out of what? Of their emergencies savings. Don't forget that in my subsequent class, I was talking about savings, investments and spending. The savings is the money you keep for a period of what? Of emergency. But unfortunately today, a lot of people are actually running out of what? Of their emergency savings. And because they are running out of their emergency savings, they are what? They are putting their hands into their retirement savings, which is a very precarious or precarious situation. It's a very, very dangerous situation. Now, the rate of withdrawal keeps increasing every year due to what? To hardship. Now, let us now ask ourselves the question, why are people actually withdrawing money? You remember that in 2019 and 2020, during the period of coronavirus, the pandemic, a lot of people could not save money because they were withdrawing their money from the banks, and money lost its value at that particular period. In fact, during this period, government came out with with economic policies to actually ameliorate the situation and reduce the burden of what of the effect of the pandemic. But in most developing countries, government policies at this period did not help people, but rather aggravated the economic condition, which was unfavorable. I don't need to go deeply in this area because you know what I'm talking about. During the period of pandemic, a lot of things happened in this country. People committed suicide. Some people jumped into what? Into the lagoon. Some people killed themselves. Some people went naked just to what? Just to make their voice to be heard. A lot of crimes were committed at that particular period, but don't let us go into that area because it's a topic for another day. Now, in 2024, the rate of savings has steadily what reduced due to the high level of what of inflation. When there is inflation, the value of money will actually go down. So during this period, people during this period of 2024, a lot of people are not actually saving their money because they are dipping their hands into what into their emergencies money. Now, when the emergency money is actually exhausted and there's no means of what of income generated revenue or any means of what of getting money, you discover out that most people that actually have their money in retirement savings will dip their hands into what into their retirement savings. So in 2024, the rate of of savings have actually what reduced due to the high level of what of inflation in the country and money losing its value. Things are very expensive today. In fact, in any inflationary period, things are always very, very expensive and money does not have any value. Now, things are very expensive with no growing what income to commensurate with those things that are actually expensive. The price of goods and services are actually going up, but the income that is generated by household consumers and individuals are not going up. Now the question is, now income is not going up but inflation is what is rather going up. How do you finance what your basic lifestyles? How do you what survive in this unfavorable inflationary economic trend? The situation is what is very dire. Now, people, because of the high level of inflation, have now decided to spend more of their money and saving little of their money. Do you understand now? So inflation does not allow people to save money, but rather they will spend more money. Now, as a result of the high level of inflation, people are being forced to dip deep into what into their savings and their retirement to actually maintain their lifestyle. Now, this problem is more common among those people that find it very difficult to actually change their lifestyle, that find it difficult to actually adapt to the current economic trend. Now, they also borrow money from banks and use most of them. They also borrow money from banks and use what I call a credit card to finance their needs. So apart from dipping, I mean, taking money away from their savings, they take loans from banks, they collect money from money financial institutions, and they also go on credited cards. What I mean by credit cards is something like you take a credit card to finance your budget or to finance your needs, and they also go for what we call pay now and buy now and pay later. Now, buy now and pay later, credit cards, borrow money for financial institutions and monthly financial institutions are not actually what helping the situation, but rather they are aggravating the situation. So the question of why people are withdrawing has been answered, because why? People need to fund their basic needs. Now, what are the consequences of withdrawing your money? That money that you have put for your savings, which is for emergency, now the money is exhausted and the money is no longer there. Now you are now dipping your hands into what? Into your retirement savings. What is going to be the consequence of what? Of withdrawing your money? Now, pulling money from your retirement funds and other investment portfolio will reduce the amount of money you have for what? For investment. It is automatic. When you take money away from your savings, which is for emergency, and you also take away money from your retirement, it will reduce the amount of money you have for your investment. That is the negative effect of this. This will mean lower money for retirement. Now, for example, maybe you have 10 million for retirement before, and because you are now taking the money away from the retirement, that means that you might be left with maybe 7 million. I'm just using this as an example. That means that your money that is supposed to be appreciating is now what is now depreciating. So in this period, there is always consequences for withdrawing your money from your retirement, and that is why we will always tell people that in a period of inflation like we're experiencing in this part of our world, it is not right for you to take money from your retirement and from your investment portfolio. Your investment portfolio is for a long period of time. 1 year is not enough, 2 years is not enough. You're talking about 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, if possible 40 years. Now, the effect of taking money from your retirement and taking money from your investment portfolio is a negative effect on the economy and even on you as an individual. Now, when people do not have money to spend, when people do not have the means of livelihood, you will discover that they will take money from their retirement funds and their portfolio investment. But this is not always right. So in a period of inflation, people tend to gain and people tend to lose. In fact, we have some investors that always wait for a period of inflation, because during that time, a lot of the value of stocks in the stock market is going to fall down. And that is when a lot of people will begin to sell their portfolios and investments at 50% rate. But for a smart investor, this is the time to invest more of your money in such an economic situation. And that is why somebody like Warren Buffett, we always wait for a period of inflation before he will buy his stocks, because at that time stocks prices are always lower. So inflationary period always have a negative effect, and also have its own blessing. Now, in a period of inflation, because people did not have much money to spend, and because of the price of goods and services are going up, you will see that it will lead to what we call it will slow down the economy. Now, if there is no investment, no savings, and there is no earning of income, there will be a major problem in the economy. There's going to be a major problem in the economy, and that is why in this period you see that the government will always come with various economic policies just to salvage the economy from being collapsing. Now, in a period like this, what do you do to actually protect yourself? And in a period when people are running out of money, what do you do to protect yourself? Now, inflation, like I said, creates opportunities for those that are prepared during this period. Now, in a period of inflation, there is always an opportunity. Like I said earlier, there is always an opportunity. Now, the opportunity created by a period of inflation is that it's going to create panic, where people will begin to sell their stocks at 50% discount. But for people that are very smart at this particular period, it is actually the time to buy more investment, So you are not supposed to run out of money, but because of the inflationary trend and the downtrend of the economic system and the slowing down of the economic system, is called that people are forced into dipping their hands into their savings emergencies, and also into their retirement funds and their portfolio investment. But what we're saying there is that in this period, you need to protect yourself by preparing yourself very, very well. Now, in this period, investors profit more. These are the people that actually keep their money for the right time to actually use their money. Now, at this period of inflation, those that have money will buy more stocks at a very cheaper rates. Do you understand now? So, like what we're experiencing now, where we have inflation in Nigeria, is actually an opportunity for some people to actually make more money for themselves. Now, in this period, for you to protect yourself, you need to number one, save more money. Save more money. In this period of inflation and downtrend, economic slowdown and economic meltdown, this is actually the time for you to save some part of your money. That is, you must prepare yourself for this period. Now, you must also not spend from your investment account. no matter the situation, you should be able to look for, a system or a way through which you can be able to survive on this economic situation. And what am I saying here? It's very, very, very simple. You don't need to go to heaven, or you don't need to commit suicide, or you don't need to be in a very depressive mood because of the high level of inflationary rates in the country. The only thing I think you can do, in my own opinion, is that you have to change your life style. If you have been living in a very big apartment before, nothing stops you from moving to a smaller apartment. If you have been using a very expensive car before, nothing stops you from using a smaller car that you can actually afford. If you have been using or buying expensive things before, or living expensive luxurious life, then you have to cut down on that expensive luxurious life. Now, number three is that you must keep investing your money in this period for you to be able to protect yourself. So when market goes down, it creates an opportunity for you to actually buy more investment. You need financial education to actually do this. And that's why I always say, if you've gone to university to acquire Western education, you've gone to read economics, banking and finance and the rest of them, you will still need a financial education. Financial education will create the horizon and widen your scope of knowledge on how to survive in a what in an inflationary period, as we are in what in this part of our world. Then financial education will also help you to or aid you on how to invest your money in the right way. Do you understand now? So in the period of economic downsize, you must not touch your investment, but rather you can cut down on your spending and on your lifestyle. Now, you can also in this period look into what we call multi streams of income, to earn money, more money to finance your lifestyle. And that's why we always say that in the period of inflation, people can actually do what we call multiple streams of income. Like now in this part of our world, having only one job, primary job, does not pay right now. So, and that's why you see that people, they have to look for what we call side hustles and other paying jobs that they can do apart from their primary jobs. So in this period, what you need to do to protect yourself is that you must create other means of multiple streams of income for yourself, so to survive the harsh economic situation. So this inflationary trend that we are in now creates opportunity, and also what does not create opportunity. But for those that have financial education, is a period of opportunity. So don't withdraw your money in this period. Don't spend your investment in this period. Don't spend your retirement savings in this period, and limit your lifestyle. And also don't spend your money that you have kept aside for your savings. If at all you are going to dip your hand into your savings, it must be limited. It must be limited. So save more money, don't dip your hand into your investment, and keep investing your money, because in the period of inflation, stocks will always go down, and this is the right moment for you to actually invest more into into buying of stocks, portfolio, real estate, and other forms of asset generating revenue. This is 2024. You need financial education. And how do you get this financial education? You need to attend symposiums, seminars, read books on how to build your wealth. There are a lot of books out there that can actually help you to build your wealth. And if you don't have the opportunity to read books, you can listen or watch videos like this that can actually help you to build your wealth. We are building our wealth. And what about you? Are you building your wealth? 2024, like I say, is a year of the champions, and only those that can fly like an eagle will survive in the period of famine. On this note, I'm going to stop this lecture, and if you have not actually subscribed, go and subscribe now. And if you have not been watching our videos, please be watching it. You have a lot of things to learn from this video. Then apart from that, I want to say very big thank you to our returning subscribers that have always been watching our videos. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you and God bless you. We really love you guys. And please share our videos and also leave a comment on how to serve you better. Till meet next time, thank you and God bless you.